Well, Morgan Rielly is certainly due for a conversation with not just Tessa Virtue, but now the NHL's disciplinary committee. At the end of the game Saturday night against the Sens, the Leafs have their goalie pulled, looking for the equalizer, but instead, they cough the puck up, it scoots down the ice, Ridley Gregg catches up to it and slaps it into the back of the net. Morgan Rielly, who was trailing, did not like the empty netter, so he skates up besides him and gives Gregg his best Dale Hunter impression, cross-checking him in the helmet, and down goes Gregg. Rielly immediately gets jumped and a scrum ensues. Now, Brandon is the Leafs fan on the team, so he handled this script, and he is not pleased. He says, "You never go, Dale Hunter," and he never would have expected him to be the Leaf that just loses cool like that, but he does, and by God, Morgan, you can't do that. Brandon also says, and I agree with that it's pretty strange how the national media has been covering this in Canada. Sportsnet keeps pushing it was a classless play, followed by a reaction. Like, no, that's kind of Bush League reporting, but I'm not shocked. And I'm popping in to agree. Like, would I expect some sort of retaliation from an empty netter slap shot? Absolutely. I would expect him to drop the gloves, to do something, but the cross check to the head, even if it was somewhat accidental, like some are saying, it's just way too far. Did it deserve a reaction, or should a reaction have been expected at the very least? Of course. But there are ways to do that, whether bumping him into the boards, giving him a face wash, some small shots. But no, this is a complete overreaction. I do take issue, me personally, this is me speaking rather than Brandon, with what I've seen online from some Senators fans acting like any sort of response to this is nonsense or that the code doesn't exist. I mean, it does. This is what happens when you play a game like hockey, which is extremely high contact and where the potential for injury, even sometimes within the rules, is extremely high. You police yourself. There's got to be something to stop the emotions from boiling over, but Morgan Rielly took it too far here. And I mean, some of the Leafs fans online, like, man, like this account suggesting Morgan Rielly got the first in-person hearing because he's a Leaf, as if the NHL doesn't want their most popular team to succeed, like they're happily rubbing their hands together when the Leafs get eliminated in the playoffs in round one and they miss out on all of that viewership and playoff seeding revenue. Just such a victim complex from really both sides right now, when at the end of the day, it's pretty simple. Morgan Rielly had a temper tantrum, he over-responded to something, but I'm not surprised there was a response at all, I guess. What will the suspension be? I mean, it's kind of hard to say, but there are some pretty negative factors. For one, the fact that it was completely after the play and as the game was out of reach, plus the shot to the head. I'm guessing it will probably be 6 to 8 games. Brandon's guessing 10. Dale Hunter famously got 21 for his hit on Pierre Turgeon in 93. Either way, Morgan Rielly will be kicking rocks for a minute, but what did you think of the hit, the whole situation? Let us know down below.